I'm at home, it's Friday, and I'm on my main account. That can only mean one thing. It's time for another I Built Them, so you don't have to. All right, everybody, we are back. That is right. Another I Built Them so you don't have to. And this one is going to be a little bit different because it is a support champion, but a champion that if you need this sort of thing, something I think you can help you in the Hydra boss. So we're going to take a look at none other than Ambassador LETHELIN. So let's go over the kit. Let's put him where he belongs. And then let's wrap the video up as always. All right, as you see, we're doing this a little bit differently so I can kind of showcase his skills without having to run it auto because he's not really a damage dealer. So he's got three main skills. His first skill is this Field Medic, which decreases the duration of two random debuffs on all allies, then heals them for 5% of their max HP, and then heals by another 2.5% max HP for each debuff that's had its duration decreased. Now, currently we don't have any hit on there, but you can see there, very strong heal. Could obviously give more heal if, of course, she had any debuffs on her, but she does not. So then we can, we'll just take a turn here. And then we'll go to his A2. Now his A2 is where the fun is. This is what's going to help you in the content we're going to use him in. So this puts a reflect damage on everyone, but a taunt on specifically whoever the target is. In this case, we can just target there. And you may already see where this can be used and where it's going to go. But now they're all going to attack her. Of course, she is big and beefy, and she's going to be fine. She'll knock him out. Now, he also has a wonderful A1, and this is the key to his whole kit in his usability, because in of itself, it's not a strong kit, but when used correctly, I think it absolutely will be. He's got a decreased crit rate, which can reduce the amount of incoming damage. It is actually a very underrated debuff. It actually helps people stay alive, because if the boss, for example, can't crit, then it's going to reduce significantly how much damage you take. Think of, I don't know, maybe the head of Wrath, for example, just to randomly say in there. Now, on top of this, so we get a 30% chance on that. I think the books take it up to 50% chance or 35. But the other thing is it's an AoE, and I think that's a big deal. You can see automatically, you can see what we used. Now, we didn't land any of the decreased crit rate, which is phenomenally great luck on my part, but we did land one of his set, which of course is the that taunt set, that hex set. Now let's talk about that. Let's take a look at him in the actual in how he's built, or how I have him built, and we'll talk about why this champion is usable in spite of the fact that it's kind of, at first glance at least, an underwhelming kit. He looks kind of neat. He's a much needed high elf, epic high elf. We have really good high elves, but not enough. And so we've built him out in the hex set, which of course would have been updated so that he can place a 50-50 chance of placing hex debuff for 2 turns, and he has an AoE A1. Well, yeah, you've probably already guessed it. That is a big Hydra ability. So again, let's take a look at the skills. This one here is going to be nice if you're taking on buffs, if you don't have that way to kind of avoid being debuffed in the Hydra boss. But this is going to be able to decrease the duration. It's going to be able to heal them. And of course, think of that poison. You get 4 poisons on each of your champions. He's going to be able to heal another 10%, so 15% of each of their HPs. That's going to be a very nice skill and a 4-turn cooldown. This right here is going to allow you to focus the head of mischief by placing that taunt somewhere. That taunt's going to give an extra buff on someone, and you get to choose. So this is really nice. You pick one champion. If you don't have a kind of a ready-made champion that puts an extra buff on themselves, you can make any champion your resistance champion, put the taunt on, plus the reflect damage is going to give a little extra damage. It never hurts to have a little extra damage. And then you're going to be able to hex, which means you're going to be able to attack the head of mischief, for example. And the extra bonus of having that increased crit rate. And sorry, I did say lower. It's an extra 25%. So it's actually 40% to put it, and 55% if you are at full HP. So overall, Underwhelming, perhaps, but when you use in context of fighting in the Hydra and all the different things that it can then activate, it's going to be great. Now you see here, I move over, we've got War Master proc, and we've got support type of thing. We want, if there's dead allies, we want him to speed up. We love the chance for the extra duration, right? That's a big deal. I don't think it doesn't. It does say taunt. Okay, I wasn't sure if it did or didn't say taunt. Unfortunately, it won't let us extend taunt, which is absolute tomfoolery. But whatever, we're still gonna make it happen. That's how we're giving the extra heals, and we're taking the extra the speed buffs and the extra chance to. I don't know why we have him on that, because I probably wasn't paying attention. I thought he had because of the reflect damage, an extra turn on the reflect damage. Probably a bad idea, actually. Let's change that right now. Right now, see? Live. This is how we roll. We do want the max HP. We want the healing stuff because he is a healer, especially because he's not an incredibly big-time healer. This is going to help you just add heals whenever you can. Now, this extended duration, we actually don't want the extended duration because that may mess up the Head of Mischief. We definitely don't want to mess with that, but I like the random skill cooldown. I love turn meter. Always love turn meter. And then we can heal this. I don't know, whatever. And then we're going to go down the left side here. We might as well... Yeah, we might as well do this for his A1. So there you go. That's how I would skill him up on the fly, everybody, on the fly. And again, overall, his total stats, we have him at 65,000 HP. We have him at 197 speed. Probably could be a little bit faster, but not for the purposes of this. We're going to take it into hard Hydra. It's not going to be too bad just to show it off. And just survivability. And we have him at accuracy so he can land his debuffs. So now let's take him into the Hydra boss. We'll put up a team together with him and we'll show you kind of how he may work. All right, so here we are. We've got Trombor for heals, survivability, revive. We've got damage dealers with both Royal Guard and Whisper. We have Ugo, block, and the debuff. We have Lethelin, of course, who's going to kind of put it all together. And then because there is the Head of Wrath, or the Head of Torment, sorry, I am bringing in Shamael. I have him more survivability because I used him in a different comp, so I don't know how much damage he's going to do, but I'm pretty sure he's low damage build. This is on hard, so it shouldn't be too much here, but let's just show you what we're going to be doing here. And again, sure, we'll increase speed. Or not. Oh, we have to hit an increase. It's like my first day playing again. By the way, the lag right now is absolutely ridiculous. So we're gonna put the taunt on maybe on Whisper. No, we're gonna put it on Trombor. The reason is Whisper actually has high resistance as well because she has extra buffs. The problem is she gets extra turns, so she can actually sometimes run through those buffs, and it's really kind of unfortunate for me. And it really doesn't work for what I want it to. So we can instead go like this. Like right now she has the 4, but if she starts getting extra turns, we have the backup here, which is our boy Trombor. So okay. I don't think we want to. We just want to start killing stuff here. Yep, that's everything so far so good. And then see, there you go. We got the resist. Of course, we got the taunt there. That's nice. We can do some damage. The only thing about putting it on the lead, and this is just something to think about, is you want to make sure, because we're boosting he might run through that sometimes. So you just got to be careful. Now look at that. We actually landed all 4 decreased crit. And we landed we landed 1 hex where we needed to. So that's a big deal because then we can actually activate Whisper here. She landed the weaken too. That's about as best as we want. I think I actually want Whisper in the lead to give her more turns. I think that would be amazing. We might have a problem here, and that is we're going to get... No, she still has more buffs. Never mind. I was a little bit worried about the buff steal thing here, but we're good. Of course, everyone's going to attack her. Let's get that back down. Ooh, we took the hits. We took the hits. Please get to Lethelin immediately. Lethelin, please. Calling Dr. Lethelin? No, you just didn't want to? That's fair. We probably need him faster. That's on me. I just kind of wanted to show you where we can make use of him as well as we can. We've got the decreased defense and the weaken here, so we're going to get the extra hits and the extra turn, and we're going to absolutely devastate this guy. Absolute devastation, and near immediate. So that's good. Let's keep getting those boosts. That's good. That'll get us back to the revive, which we're going to need because these two are very fragile. I did not re-gear them for this, so they're going to be a little bit soft. We'll have to wait one more turn, which is absolutely fine. Not concerned about it at all. Again, boom. We land the debuff. We land a couple hexes. That's just going to increase the damage. Everything about that, everything about how you use him, which is really what we're trying to show off here, is absolutely terrorizing. So we got that hex. Let's just keep pushing on him. That's such an annoying champion. The sooner we can get rid of him, the better for everyone, right? And that's what we're going to try to do here. Of course, also very annoying. Yeah, let's put it on Trombor again. I feel like the right answer was to heal there, but actually we'll get heals here, so that's fine. All right. Let's try to get that weaken down again. Didn't get it this time. That's fine. You could also, of course, have a champion that has weaken, a little bit better quality, but you know, we're trying to do this the most difficult way humanly possible by not gearing any of my champions for Hydra and then just jumping into Hydra. That's how I play. That's how I roll. There's the heals we want and need. I don't understand how he got the steel buff. Why are we off? Well, we're going to have to kill him, and we're going to have to sacrifice someone to kill him. We did land the hex again. That's the biggest thing. That set might be the most impactful set change Plarium has ever done. No, not that they have a huge repertoire of actual impactful changes in the game as far as updates and stuff. Maybe the gear sorter and now the champion sorter, but like I think that one simple change on that piece of gear has changed everything, which is so amazing. It's so important to be able to do that, and I'm really happy about that X piece. Of course, they broke other pieces, like Frenzy's useless now, but at least they did that. So I think we get an idea here. I could keep playing through, but I think you get a pretty good idea. This guy is going to be able to do the main things you want. It's going to put a taunt on whichever champion you want to. You have high resistance, and you want to be that killer champion. See, now here we can actually kill. Oh, almost. Come on, just kill. Come on, just do it. And then she gets her extra turn here. We can ring that over here. Take a big chunk out there. Ooh, got a little bit of the reflection. So you see exactly how this is going to work. I think it's huge for the playability of this game to have an epic that you can do this with. And I think that prior to the hex change, Lethelin was an absolute utter disappointment. Post change, I think he's a usable hero. Is everyone going to go run out and build him? Probably not. But there you go. This gives you an idea of how to use him properly, in my opinion. And how you're going to get the most use out of a champion like this, and how he's actually not only just how you're going to get the most use, but how he's actually going to be impactful if you've pulled him and you don't have an understanding, or you don't have a viable team for this kind of Hydra, where you need to have that hex getting out there. The decreased crit rate is going to stop the Head of Wrath's damage significantly. It's going to add heals to the overall kit. It's a great champion with a great kit now that's helpful for Hydra, that literally months ago was an absolute failure in Plarium's part to even understand their own game, but they accidentally made him amazing with that AoE A1. So let's go to final thoughts now. I don't need to run out this total key. I've already done a key for hard level Hydra, so I don't want to put 2 keys into that. I have to do my brutal key, but let's go to final thoughts next. My final thoughts on Ambassador Lethelin. Let me tell you, sometimes champions are accidentally good. They're not good because of what they've done. They're not good. Why am I in the middle again? I always forget to move over. Weird. I feel like I'm a floating head, being Beetlejuice. You know, I think the kit itself was okay. It's kind of boring. It's kind of underwhelming. And then they changed Hex. And I guess you could argue any other AoE would still be somewhat useful. But I think Hex on this guy is so much more useful. And maybe if you had to deal with the Head of Decay, you could argue the taunt set's also very good. But this guy makes it so much more, because now you're putting that decreased crit rate on his A1. If you don't need to use his A3, you can lock this out. This is only if you need the heals and if you're getting debuffs. But say you have a Duchess, and your Duchess is high resistance, because most Duchesses can be built for high resistance because they don't need accuracy. Then you can use this A2 on Duchess and use her as your, like, this opens up so many different possibilities, even without this A3, which is a may need, maybe you don't need, depending on what your heals look like. But the fact that you have the ability to put an extra buff on whatever champion you like, keep in mind that I believe this will default to the leader if you put it in auto. The reflect damage is okay. It's nothing special. It's certainly nothing special. Like, this is not going to be a Fire Knight type champion, but reflect damage can, everything, why not, right? Reflect damage can be good anywhere you look at it. The taunt is going to be nice to have in many areas of the game. But in the Hydra, it's all about getting that extra buff on the champion. You want to have the extra buff. And then as a bonus, he can reduce their damage by reducing the amount of crits that the Hydra heads are going to be able to place on you, and the ability to put that Hex because of the set. This champion has been made viable by a set change, which, when's the last time you've ever heard that? Hey, Plarium updated something among the gear sets, and that just made a champion actually significantly viable in this game. I have never said it before. Maybe it's been out there. You can let me know in the comments down below. But what I see is, if you're sitting on this champion, I think you need to take a hard, long look at a champion with a 106 base speed, even a 30 resistance. You can make him the Head of Mischief target. But this is a champion that you can use. Let's take a look at this. Like, this is what he was. This is absolutely what he was. But let me tell you, let's put this in right now because I think it's important. So if they don't have this is you're all wrong. He's a 5 in Hydra. Don't forget it. Don't sleep on this champion if you need the help. Because absolutely, this guy is a lot better in Hydra than I think people realize, because of how the Hex set works, and because maybe the Provoke set as well. So those are my final thoughts on him. If it's any other content you need help with, maybe not so impactful, but there are other areas where he can be helpful. Anywhere you need that A1 to do work for you. Doom Tower, put a stun set on him, put a Hex set on him, put a Provoke set on him. He's got good health, decent defense. You can make him tanky. He's got good, decent speed. He's got good starting resistance. There's a lot of different things you can do for him. Anywhere that wave clearing requires you to fix people in place. But obviously, the Hydra is where I think he actually is viable, which months ago he was not. Those are my final thoughts. What are your final thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. By the way, stay tuned for Sunday, and tonight. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're doing a summoning party all weekend, and then we're going to put out a video. So the fiance, she's got some ancient shards. We're going to open up those today, and we're going to record it. We're going to open up void shards on Saturday and record it. We're going to open up sacred shards on Sunday, and we're going to record it. Also, we talked about this last night. I hadn't made a final decision, but I've got a good compromise. So we're going to open up. I have 191 shards. Those are for Christmas. 65 for Christmas. These are all for Christmas, right? But I do have 14,000 gems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 14,000 gems worth of shards, and I'm going to add that to tonight's ancient shard summoning. So we're going to combine that weekend. We're going to put out a video on Sunday for all, or maybe Monday, for all the summonings in Raid Shadow Legends. We also have a summoning party for Watcher of Realms that's going to be on the channel. We're going to have a lot of hype, a lot of fun, so I hope to see you for that. But for this video and for this champion, that's all I have for you. Please like and subscribe. Please watch my Watcher of Realms content. Please watch my Raid Shadow Legends content. And most importantly, please be kind, be safe. We'll see you in the next video.